Okay, so let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this resistor here that's obviously burning up. Now, maybe the easiest thing we can do is check the resistance of it. So we'll stick that there. I'm on the 20K scale, and we'll see what this says here. 1.8K. Okay, now since this is a stereo, I get to, everything's duplicated. I get to look at the same resistor in the other channel. 2.8. 2.8. Hey, what's going on there? Kind of a funny reading, eh? There doesn't seem to be any voltage left in the set anywhere. No, it's a little odd. Maybe that resistor is gone flaky because it's been cooked. So the question is, how do you drive current through that resistor and cook it? Let's see, that's pin number 8. Pin number 8. Pin number 8 is the cathode. Never mind the circuit here, just pin number 8 is the cathode. Pin number 8, the cathode. Well, cathodes in themselves have they don't supply any kind of voltage, something really weird is going on. So, where would it get its, well, it must get it from somewhere else in the circuit. So let's trace it up the way here. I'm going to give you a closer view. How about we try that? Let's see what I can do here without crashing too much. Okay, hold tight. Everybody, hold tight. There we go. Okay, now, so this is the cooked resistor here. You can even see in the video it's a little bit brownish, darkish. And the only way it can get electricity or power is through this other connection here, which it's hard to see, but this resistor here, you can't see it behind the capacitor in the camera. Like this. You can see it now. You can see the corner of it. It comes out and connects to one of the channel speaker terminals where you connect the speaker wire. I used to have my clip leads here, but I've removed them so we can see this better. So this is really kind of weird because this is a ground. You can see the black wire go to the ground. This is a ground. This is a left channel, right channel, or the other way around for the speakers. These terminals are fed directly from these output transformers right here. And where would some current come from that would... where would this current come from that would smoke this thing? And the voltage we were reading, there was voltage here. On the other one there was nothing, and that's the way it should be. This one there was voltage. Maybe it was like a 40 on here and a couple hundred on here or something like that. I can't remember now. Well, yikes, the only way I can even dream of any DC getting here is through a short in the transformer between the primary and the secondary. And so the B plus would come right out on the secondary. But the result of that almost certainly would be we would have known the moment I hooked up a speaker or turned this thing on. We would have known within moments of something like that, I would think. Because you put an 8 ohm speaker to ground and stick B plus on here. Wow, I mean I smoked one of my speakers here without even realizing it. That's if that's what's happening. The other thing that's concerned me about comparing these voltages is this one has a tube that's dead and this one has a working tube in it. And I'm kind of wondering about the effect of that. You wouldn't think it would have any effect. The dead tube here, the cathode connection, is just a wire to nowhere. So it shouldn't really matter if there's a tube in there. Let's check it again. No. Well, why don't we check it and pull the tube out and see what happens? Since that's easy to do. So why don't we do that? Okay, so switch it on. It won't have any speakers connected. I don't think that really matters. And everything's okay. There we go. Get my voltmeter lead here. Okay, keep your eye on the voltmeter here. Here it comes. So we're on the 50 volt scale. I've got current restriction on, so we're not going to give it the full juice. So look, we're hitting 50 volts here, and the other one, right here, is nothing. Okay, so I'm going to pull that tube out. Okay, this is the one that doesn't heat up. Okay, let's see if it... Hey, look at that! Nothing now. What the heck is going on? Because I've swapped the two tubes here. There's something wrong with this tube, the one I just took out. Then this resistor should be smoked up too. Okay, let's test this. Let's test this tube. Let's test this tube. So I'll reset the camera for that. Okay, so we're all set here to test this tube. You know, what I'm thinking is maybe there's a short circuit inside the tube. You know, it is the cathode. And the cathode has the potential to short. Okay, so 6BM8, I'm checking my settings now, EV36720. EV36720. 30 and 86. 30 and, yeah, 86, 6.3. And the heater doesn't work on this tube, at least it doesn't seem to. Where's the tube? Here it is. Let's put it in. Yeah, geez, you know, if there's a short circuit in it, I'm going to blow up another tube tester here. No, the tube tester is built to handle this situation. So, yeah, it's not heating up. It's not going to heat up. So I really just want to do the short test, I think. So we'll do that. Here we go. You're watching this light here. It says shorts. See nothing. You notice too, this time around, it's not even flashing. Other times when I do this test, it flashes. So that's because the tube, it has no, the heater's not operating, the tube's not operating at all. You know, it's a dual tube, right? Remember, it's a dual tube. There's two sides to it. So let's look. There's another set of settings here. One EV 19080. 19080. 19080 EV. And not that much matters. Bias in English 15 and 61. 15 and 61. Because the tube, yeah, it's definitely not heating up. Okay, so we'll do the shorts test on this. Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ho 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 ho! Oh my gosh! What? You know what? You know how many times I put a tube in and found a short like this? I mean, this is almost never happens. It's a shorted tube. So, hey, this actually got a little warm. Who knows what's going on in there? It's a bad actor though. This is a bad boy. Where's my pen? I have to deliver a big fat X onto it. This is a radio killer, I think. Yeah. I don't see my pen to mark it right away, but I'm gonna. Okay, so that's interesting. That doesn't make sense to me, you know. It really doesn't, because the it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking, I'm not talking. So, okay, what's going through my head is this tube caused this damage. But when the receiver was delivered to me, this tube was in this socket. And the good tube, running right now, was in this socket. It's currently up in this socket, and the set's on too, so I'm going to keep my finger at some distance. So what I'm thinking has happened here is, with this tube shorted, over a longer period of time, this resistor has turned color. So there's a long period of operation with this tube in this position. And then somebody, and it's not stupid to do this, swap the tubes. Hey, didn't I do that too? Swap the tubes to see if the output travels with the tube. Then you know you got a tube problem. That's how I became suspicious of this tube too. But I never thought of it as being shorted. I just figured it was dead. It's not dead, it's a killer. It's a killer. So that's got to be the story. The set operated for a long time with this shorted tube sitting here. Only a short time with the shorted tube here, not long enough to cook this resistor up. So if we get a new tube, we're in business. I just don't have one. I don't have one. So I think we really don't have... Oh, also, we did see a great improvement when I changed those capacitors. And you know what? I studied the circuit diagram long enough to see that the signal comes into the triode side. And then it comes off the plate. This is the plate of the triode right here. Through the capacitor I changed right over the grid of the pentode. And then the pentode produces the output signal that's connected to the primary side of these output transformers, which ultimately connected back to the positive of the supply. I think maybe I mumbled something about push-pull here in the past. No. These aren't push-pull. They're both Class A left channel, right channel outputs. So not bad. I think we get back onto the radio again.